Here we see the R322 conveyor. The components we will review are the product metering belt, the SL2000 label applicator, the product sensor, the encapsulator, and the main control box. The conveyor starts with the product metering belt. The function of this component is to create space between products. To create more space between products, you should slow down the metering belt. The metering belt's height can be adjusted using these two knobs. Be sure the belt doesn't make contact with the conveyor. On the other side we have an adjustable backing pad. This pad can be adjusted in several ways to meet the diameter and taper of a product. You will see the adjustment knobs here: up or down, in or out, and tilt. Adjust this pad to the product, close enough to hold the product, while loose enough to not jam. It is always best to start with a lot of space between products as they feed. Then adjust slowly to speed up production. After the product metering belt is guide rails. These rails can be adjusted up or down, in or out. These should be close to the product but not touching the product. Add 2 products to this section and move the rail to meet it. Next, let's look at the SL2000 applicator. The applicator has 3 main adjustments: up or down, skew left or right. Adjust the label to travel either uphill, downhill, or parallel with the conveyor surface. And the tilt axis allows the peeler to match a product's taper if there is one. These 2 adjustments have a locking knob to maintain position. Loosen this before making the adjustment. Tighten it after. When webbing the applicator, follow the webbing diagram found here. Make sure the label web does not go over the air assist tube. The label sensor has a detection crosshair. To set the label sensor, align the detection crosshair with the gap between labels. Then hold normal for 3 seconds. You can remove a label from the web to make this easier to line up. The sensor has 2 axes of movement. When webbing through the S-curve rollers, pull the knob up and rotate the handle. This creates space between rollers for the webbing to travel through. Once done, be sure to rotate the handle back until the knob locks back in place. The peeler can be replaced by loosening these 4 thumb screws and sliding out the peeler plate. The peeler assembly can be moved by loosening here. Adjust so that the edge is not touching the roller and follow this angle. When replacing the peeler plate, don't forget to install the air assist tube. The product sensor. This sensor looks for the product to pass the eye. You can adjust the sensor in 3 axes of movement: up, down, left, right. This will also adjust the timing, and in and out. Be aware of where the sensor is looking at the product. It might see the product twice if it looks within the center, so align it with an edge. The encapsulator. First, we will look at the product bump stop. This rubber bumper stops the product from spinning after being released and converts that energy into moving it out of the way. This should be adjusted between the rollers. The encapsulator shuttle can be adjusted up, down, and in, out. These adjustments have ruler tape to allow you to return to the same settings quickly. The roller assembly can be replaced by removing the center bolt and lifting the assembly away. The drive roller can be replaced by turning off the encapsulator switch. Press the button and pull the pin, rotate the brace assembly, loosen the set screws but do not remove them, and lift the roller off the shaft. Once the proper rollers are installed, place the product between the rollers. Then you can touch the end cap setup and button on the screen. This will activate the shuttle. Adjust the shuttle in and out to meet the product. The product should contact all 3 rollers. Here is the main control box. End cap release delay. This delay starts when the label starts to dispense and is the amount of time before the encapsulator releases the product. End cap on delay is the time between product sensor and the encapsulator captures the product. Diagnostics pages show inputs and outputs for troubleshooting. End cap wrap on button allows you to turn the function on or off. Page 2. Label apply delay. This delay allows the product to settle within the rollers before the label starts to dispense. Product counter can keep account of the products labeled. Page 3. Front and back mode toggle. If on, the applicator will dispense 2 labels onto one product. Front and back delay is the amount of time between dispensing label 1 and label 2. Page 4. End cap setup. Tap this button to set the shuttle to the in position for setup process. Orienting mode. Tap this button if labeling based on product orientation. For example, basing the label on the handle placement. Wipe only mode. This allows for the applicator to wipe a label onto a flat surface if the encapsulator is removed, and the applicator is put in non-synchronous mode. Page 5. If orientation mode is on, this timer delays the orientation sensor activation. To allow the product to stabilize, applicator screen allows you to select what safe job you want to run. Turn the applicator on or off. Jog a label. Adjust the label flag. This is where the label stops in relation to the peeler edge. Change the mode. Synchronous when utilizing the encapsulator or wrap unit. Non-synchronous when using the machine in wipe-only mode.